Let's see. Where shall I walk today? Let's walk this way. Don't go breaking my heart. I think I'm going to sneeze, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely had to sneeze. From the start, I give you my heart. Oh, Bob. Check that out. Woo. Hey, Joseph. How's it going, Joseph? How you doing? Show some of the Philippines this morning. I mean, not this morning. It's afternoon. Yeah, it's about almost 6 o'clock. How you doing, sir? Let's see. Walk around. Try not to put people in here because I'm only allowed to put people in if they want. They say yeah. Let's see. Great. Are you exercising? Yeah. It's a great time right now because it's not too hot. So I figured I'd get some exercise. Since I got load on my phone, data on my phone, I figured I'd go live. And yeah, it's feels good out here. A lot of people are out here walking, but just don't show up all. But down there's nobody walking down that way. Oh, yeah, there's a festival over here. I guess I can sort of show you a little bit, but just not put people's faces in it. As far as when I get over here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. Is that Ian? No. It is, I think, Jim. Idjum? I know it's hard to tell on my little phone. But hello. Good to see you. So yeah. See down there. Festival is down that way. And over here, it's nothing. It's nice and clear. So, good morning. I'm from Indonesia. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out your name here. I-I-M. M. I-I-M, I guess. Hey, M, nice to meet you from Indonesia. Nice to meet you. I'm in the Philippines. Originally from USA. Okay, so got the rooster over here on top of the thing. He's chilling. He's chilling on top of the thing there. Where am I going? I'm just getting some exercise. I like just to walk. In the U.S., I walk a lot and get exercise. Not really going anywhere in particular, but I figured I could show off, how life is here in the Philippines. Show some things while I'm out here. Let's see. Hey, Pogi. How you doing, Pogi? It feels great out here, Pogi, and Joseph and M and everybody. It feels great out here. I mean, I think I want to say it feels like it's about maybe 73 or 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, I use Fahrenheit because I'm from America. We do weird stuff like that. Our measurement system's way different than the rest of the world. Let's see. Cross here. Try not to get hit. Let's see. I'm good, Poe. That's great, man. And they're playing Guns N' Roses. Yeah, they're playing Guns N' Roses at the restaurant there. You're originally, yeah. I'm from America, yeah. Yep. I lived in America for almost 50 years, about 50 years. Lived in Korea for 1 year. Philippines, 2 years now. Very peaceful street here. And the temperature's just freaking perfect. And they already got the Christmas lights up there. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see back there. There was people outside. I didn't want to show all their faces and everything unless they gave me permission. Let's see. Hello, bro. What's up? Jim. Hey, Jim, man. Hey, where you from? And Poggy says, Sir Mikey, what is the totally opposite of the Philippines and the U.S. when it comes to daily lives of the Filipino people and the American people? Let's see. Hold on. Let me understand that first. And I think I skipped somebody. I'm sorry. Amit. Nice, sir. Thank you. Where are you, sir? I'm in the Philippines. Amit. I'm in the Philippines. Place called an island called Mindoro. I see some dark clouds over there, and I heard some thunder, so I won't be out too long. Maybe there's a storm over there coming. Looks like there might be a little storm that way. Let's see. Sir Mikey, what is the totally opposite of the Philippines and the U.S. when it comes to daily lives of the Filipino? Okay. Totally opposite between those two, between American people and the Philippine people. And you said that's the good benefits of your stamina and for the body exercise. Yeah, I mean, I really love not just walking, but playing sports. But I haven't been around too much of the sports stuff lately. I stopped going that way because there was a dog barking that way, so I'm gonna go this way. He's like looking at me barking and everything, you never know. Opposite daily life. Okay, I'm gonna say driving, like the commute is a big difference. In the U.S., definitely like everybody uses a car or truck, where here they use, a lot of people use a motorcycle or a jeepney or a trike. So the commuting is a big difference. And daily life, definitely, the food's going to be a lot different too. We eat a lot of potatoes and steak. And pizza, where here it's more like rice and chicken and fish. Yeah, rice, chicken, and fish. Or more like, yeah, and we do the burgers too, steak and burgers. Yeah. Let me see what else. Hello there from Poi Poi, Micronesia. Oh, sweet. Got Micronesia in the house. Hey, how's it going? I've been wanting. Ooh, there's some lightning. I'm gonna head back to the house. I've been wanting to go over to. Guam. I think Guam's close to you. Great. There's a storm coming. Look at this. I'm gonna have to hurry back now. Unfortunately. Hello. Yeah. I might even do a trike ride to get back. Wasn't expecting this. Actually, I don't think I'm too far. So, Micronesia, hello. Yeah, we got people from all over the world. So we welcome you. Micronesia, and the main thing is we respect each other. All that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna sort of hurry up some more because yeah, that's some pretty dark clouds up there. Start pouring down on me. Let's see. Underwater. Oh no, I'll read stuff when I get to the place, which will be, I'm close to it, so. Hear the loud highway now. Just about almost there. Okay. Made it. Woo! That was a quick walk. Let's see. Let me see what everybody said while I was trying to hurry back. Mikey's actually outside. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How to learn English, dude. Learning English, I would, two things, or three things. I mean, just watching stuff on YouTube is one way. They even have, like English learning videos. And there's an app that I use called Drops. So that's another thing to use, Drops. And another way is, try to hook up with someone that you're talking back and forth to each other that's helping you with English. Let's see. The Carmana crew. Hey, Carmana crew. We got some Filipinos in here that can understand you, but I can't understand Filipino. I'm sorry. By the way, guys, I've learned that Philippines sun comes up at 5 o'clock. That's funny. And Begong Dikat Pasukil Po. I only understood the Po part. Hi, what's up? Hey, and Sith. Hey, how you doing? Let's see, buy me some cigarettes before you go home. I'm already home now. Man, I keep telling myself I'm going to get one. I haven't had a cigarette in a long time. Months, like half a year probably, if at least. I stubbed my toe and in pain. Sorry about that, Michael. Paul says, thanks for subscribing to me. Now I got 108. You're welcome. Hey, thanks for subscribing to me. You're welcome, Paul. All right, so anyway, we're back in the home, and I'm just waiting. Let's see how the dinner's going. We're going to go take a look at that. See how that's going. Oh yeah. We got some food coming.
Like chicken nuggets.
Like chicken nuggets, but it's not chicken nuggets.
It's chicken
It's,
onion rings.
are you serious? Oh my goodness.
Chicken with onion.
I was wanting onion rings, no chicken.
It's not real chicken.
Oh
It's not
my
real
gosh.
It's like mixed.
That's not cool. I always, oh my goodness, I always keep making stuff like that. I mean, like the freaking, what was it? The pizza wanted the stuffed crust in it and wind up getting freaking sausage instead of cheese in the crust.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. It's a constant battle of trying to have a, I don't know what kind of life you call it. But anyway, we'll try this out. Try this chicken onion ring out. Who the freak does chicken with onions inside of a ring?
This company?
Ugh. It's definitely not as good as regular onion rings.
Yeah, it's like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, it's more like, tastes like chicken soup that's fried.
Chicken soup?
It tastes like fried chicken soup. This is weird. Dinner, I'm eating lunch here. Hey, thanks for subscribing to me. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, man. So what else do we have? Oh, yeah, we already got the other. This is a very disappointing meal. That's enough. I don't think I can eat this stuff. I mean, don't make too much. I mean, I'll try to eat it a little bit every now and then, you know, so we don't waste it. But it's tough for me to eat it. I'm definitely going to need some Coca-Cola with this. Oh, hello, bro.
They put the Coke out now.
Huh?
It's frozen.
Yeah, okay. Hello, bro. Where are you from? I'm from USA, and I'm living in the Philippines. Been here for 2 years. Boom. Just show all sorts of interesting things around me whenever I'm around interesting stuff. Never get these things, these chicken onion rings. Oh my goodness. I'm not crazy about this at all. I'm gonna eat it because hold on a second. Because I gotta eat something, right? And I don't want to just throw away money. So I'm gonna eat it, but I just wanted regular onion rings, dude. Wind up getting chicken onion rings. Hello, bro. You're in the Philippines. Jim, you're in the Philippines. Cool, man. I'm in Mindoro. What about you? Where are you at? Are you a Filipino? Are you originally from Philippines? Like I said, I'm originally from USA. I've been here for 2 years now in the Philippines. We got this busy highway in front of me. I know you're in the Philippines, but are you American or are you Filipino? Let's see, your name is Jim with a J, so you're probably Filipino. No, I'm not too good with that. You can, I mean, my girlfriend, she can, what do you call it? She can interpret. She can read. If you say something in Filipino, I'll get my girlfriend to read it to me, to translate it. And me, why complain about healthy meal I eat today? Beef soup and rice. Oh, and me who complain about healthy meal I eat today, beef soup and rice. Yeah, beef soup and rice sounds a lot better. than this thing I'm eating. I thought it was going to be onion rings. I thought it was going to be onion rings, like just onions that were fried. I didn't know they were going to give me something different, totally different. I mean, I think if you get used to them, you probably like them though.
Try it on the
I'm a boy.
mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise makes everything better. If we want to. If you want to try it with mayonnaise. I subscribe. Oh, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. And yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, put these up. We got like a little storm coming here. It looks like it's like windy, blowing wind. Haven't felt any rain though, but there was some lightning. Aye. Check this guy out. Y'all know him? Boom. Let's see. A day without meat or fish is a sad day for me. You know, honestly, I think I could do it. The problem is she never will do it. Like I'll say, let's just eat potatoes and rice. Really, for me, potatoes, but she likes to eat rice. But she always like, oh, I need some meat. You know. I think potatoes are pretty, pretty substantial to fill you up. A lot of things aren't, but I think potatoes do a pretty good job of it. Let's see. Hey, good afternoon. How are you? What's up, Goody Kamar? How you doing? How you doing, Jim? And how are you doing, Goody Kamar? I'm not in Manila, Jim. I stayed in Manila for a long time. For, I don't know, maybe a year I stayed over there. Let's see. Hey, good afternoon. How are you? Good. I'm gonna be eating this Vienna sausage, but I gotta clean the top off. My top's pretty dusty. Not clean. Hey. Let's clean this top off of this thing. There we go. Potatoes, rice, pasta are a side dish for me. That main course is meat. Well, I mean, yeah, normally it is for me too. But potatoes, I think, would be good enough. And actually, if I did rice and I add a lot of butter to the rice, I think that would be filling too, the fat from the butter. And I usually add butter on the potatoes too. Like real butter, not any fake stuff. Kuya, you doing well? What's up? How you doing? Liam in Asia. I think you've been in here before, and I want to say that I've been to your channel as well, Liam. Rice is life in Philippines. I think I'm subscribed to Liam, pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, I'm not too happy about the price I paid on these things. They were 120 pesos, which is about $2. I think it's a little bit high for the Philippines anyway. But I believe Libby's might be an American brand. That might be the reason why they got maybe imported. Salamat Kuya. Hello, bro. What's up? Nigam Kid. KD. Nigam KD. YouTube vlog. How you doing, man? Joseph says a sheep every week is enough to feed a big family for 1 week. Ooh, a sheep, huh? Yeah, that's what they put in that Why do they put those things? The pita with the pita bread. You eat pita bread with sheep, Joseph? I like that. The pita bread with the sheep. You get in Sair store. No, I didn't get it. Oh, the Sorry store? No, not the Sorry. I got it from a local grocery store. Yeah, it's a in the province. I'm in the province, but it was a pretty big grocery store. They have prices that are good, except for this. The price on this is not good, but most of their stuff is a good price. Have to open this can. I don't normally do the Coca-Cola, but today I normally do either like water or pineapple juice. Lately, but today I'm going to be doing some Coca-Cola with it. Get some more flavor from that Coca-Cola. Yeah, so good. Flatbread with the sheep meat. Yeah, I remember you talking about that, man, before, and yeah, I love that too. I like this cucumber. What is it called? Sauce. Yeah, some cucumber sauce that you can add with that, and add some tomatoes with that. Yeah, that's something I like to eat, bro. Hey, what is everybody having for dinner tonight in the Philippines or Indonesia? Indonesia, Philippines, Micronesia. Micronesia's in here too. Anyway, what's everybody having for dinner? Actually, Joseph, you might know what you're having for dinner tonight. Maybe it's sheep. Let's see. Lowest cost of living in the Philippines is Leyte Island. On my personal experience in traveling, Leyte. I've been over to Leyte, and I'll tell you this, man. Okay, let me ask you this. You look for like an apartment. What kind of price did you get on an apartment in Leyte, or a house? Let's say, small house or an apartment. What kind of price did you get in Leyte? Because I've been doing that here, and I've been surprised the prices I've been getting compared to Baguio, Manila, and Cebu, and all those other places. Oh, girl, be in trouble if you love me now. You know that song? Let's see. So I will have some Coke to make things taste a lot better tonight. I really need a fork for this, but since I don't have a fork, I have to eat it like this. Tonight is lentils cooked with sheep and fat and flatbread. That sounds delicious, man. I like lentils. Y'all have lentils here, don't you? Lentils. Yeah?
I don't know that.
Yeah. It's sort of like your mango beans. It's similar to that.
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna try this with mayonnaise, see if it's any better.
That's it.
Gotta go shopping. Just popped in and say hello. All right, Jolene, take care. Stay safe. Let's see. Liam says, I'm currently in southern Leyte. Yeah, it's okay. I did a deal with the owner, pay rent up front for 1 year under 10,000. What did you say? Under 10,000 a month for 1 year. Is that like, what kind of place is it? All right, seaside apartment with a big balcony. How many bedrooms is it? Freaking fly coming around. One bedroom, Kuya. Says Kuya. Yeah. Man. So 10,000. No utilities included, right? Like nothing else included in like internet or anything. Is it furnished? I was over there in what's the name of that city in Leyte?
Melbourne?
Tacloban, yeah. Tacloban and some small city over there too. I mean, not city, but town really, in Tacloban. Yeah, the biggest thing I'm wondering if it was furnished. That place, that dude in Utah who hurt severely, took Charlie's life basically. Anyway, I have to watch what I say on here. So that dude, he was paying $1,800 for a townhouse apartment in Utah. Did you ever try? That's in dollars every month. Did you ever try sheephead or brain?
Huh?
She said, huh? What, sheephead and brain?
What do you mean sheep?
Yeah, I guess you haven't tried it.
No, I don't have sheep. I eat sheep. We eat goats.
Yeah, they eat goats here. Let's see, sheephead or brain, that's tasty. No, I have not. He said it's a tasty delicacy, the sheephead or the brain. Sheephead. So,
You're a zombie.
will you stop?
It's brains. A zombie.
Zombies eat brains. Anyway, no, I haven't tried it. I would try it, but I haven't. I've just never had the opportunity. Let's see. Liam says that's all. Yes, on bills, electric too, with furniture. Okay, so you got the stuff there. Okay, that makes a big difference. So you don't have to go out and buy like air conditioner and stuff like that. Waylon's back. 5:24 in the morning. It's time to get funky. You're tripping, Waylon. So check this out. Do you know what this is, Waylon? Take a guess. Let's see if you can figure it out. What is that? I'm gonna surprise you. Liam in Asia says, "My Filipino got me the deal. Is not what you know." And Philippines is who you know. Yeah, it's, who you know quite often helps, like all over the world, really. Now you tripping, homie. Looks like a chicken ring. Yeah, chicken with onion. It's got both. I thought I was gonna get an onion ring. We got these frozen. And didn't look close at the packaging, and it winded up being a chicken onion ring, and it tastes like chicken soup. The old Campbell's noodles chicken soup is what it tastes like. Liam in Asia says, balcony door open, no need for AC, and just in bed. Okay, so you got the AC though in the bedroom. Which is that's how we normally do it here too. We just have a bedroom with AC, and most of the time I stay in there with the AC. Now it's a chicken and onion ring. I'm disappointed because I just want the onion ring. Sardino. Hey, welcome, Sardino. How you doing? PB's Cricket World, welcome. How you doing? Waylon says, my school used to sell us chicken rings. That sounds pretty cool. I give it a try. I really wanted onion rings, bro. I'm tired of chicken. I eat too much freaking chicken all the time. Woo, that was good. But I got the old Coca-Cola to make the taste survivable. Let's see. Waylon says, I'm from Kentucky. I know fried chicken from an onion ring. Joseph said, make a sandwich with the sausage and those rings. Don't eat them separately. Make a sandwich with the. Okay, I'll try that, bro. I'll try it. Let me finish this one first. I'll try it with another one. And Joseph with his creative ideas. Liam says, where you get the onion rings? It was just a grocery store here in Mindoro. Yeah, Province, area. It's a big grocery store, though. They had them in one of the freezers. Basically, they're already created, so you just have to fry them up. Waylon, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna try it, Joseph. I'm gonna take one of these. He wants me to do this. He wants me to make a sandwich with this, and this. Okay, Joseph, this better be good, bro. Or I'm going to send your mama another, what do you call it? What was that? Shoot, I forgot the name. Not antelope, but gazette. Hey, I didn't see that on the community page yet. But anyway, I forgot the animal's name. The name of the animal. Gazette. I'm going to send her another one. I'm joking, bro. Let's see. That's a recipe for diabetes. Let me see what he's talking about. Apparently, if you mix chocolate syrup with Coke, it tastes like a Tootsie Roll. When in the Vienna sausage disaster piece did you make? This is Joseph's idea, bro. That's a recipe for diabetes. Okay, you're not too far from Pampanga then. Mindoro? It's pretty far from Pampanga. I mean, I'm close to Batangas. Close to Batangas and Boracay. It's like between Boracay and Batangas. Oh, for sure, Joseph. I've never had it. Gazelle, yeah, gazelle. Gazelle is the animal I was trying to remember. A gazelle. Here you go. Wow. You can have the rest of these.
No, I'm not giving to them.
No,
Buy them.
Joseph, that one's not for me, bro. I can eat them separate, though. I can eat it separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to Pepper. They probably like it because it's chicken and chicken nuggets.
Hey, Gerald. Hey, man, what's up? How you doing? I mean, yeah, I can eat them separate, but I can't eat them together. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
Can I get some more of this? Thank you, bro.
I'll buy this one.
That's a good idea. Go back to panda sauce.
Let's give this to them.
Not nuggets. These are, it's a chicken onion ring. Laugh out loud. At least it feeds you. Yeah, whatever, Joseph. Whatever you say, man. Waylon says, no way, that was good. You mixed pork and chicken, sausage and chicken. You basically made a collision of two chicken brothers and a hog.
Oh, is it this chicken? I thought this is like...
Actually, no, this is going to be pork.
Oh, chicken broth.
There might be...
It's chicken broth though.
Yeah, that don't surprise me. It could be a mix.
Pork, beef, and chicken broth.
Okay, yeah, it's mostly pork. Waylon says, oh yeah, I read that. Let's see. Gerald says, I just watching you already 30 minutes. Wow. Sorry about that, bro. I don't like to eat in front of the camera, especially terrible thing. But it just happened to be the time for it.
No, because we just expected it's on and that's why we're like disappointed.
Yeah, we were expecting, she said we were expecting onion rings, so we are disappointed that it wasn't regular onion rings. Because we love onion rings. Yeah, we love onion
I'll
rings.
just take this to
So my girlfriend, she started doing live selling today. She actually got in front of the camera and said a few words.
Be back soon.
And, you know, she's like scared of talking in front of the camera. Sonic has the best onion rings, according to Waylon. They do have great onion rings, but if you're ever in BGC, there's this place upstairs in BGC, Philippines. Best onion rings I ever had. They make them huge. They're like really, really big onion rings, and they are really awesome. Oh, I can't eat these things, so I accidentally put it in that chicken broth too. Yeah, Sonic's onion rings are good though. Anybody ever made any homemade onion rings? Because that's what we were thinking about doing, trying to make them at home. I read your message, Waylon. I'm sorry, bro. Let's see. Michael says, hi, Waylon. Joseph says, yeah, mechanically separated, definitely cartilage in it. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me what's in it. I'm okay with it. As long as it tastes good, I don't really care. I'm happy with the taste. It's the kind of taste that I grew up on. I mean, to be honest with you, my dad used to have like cabinet full of this kind of thing that he would eat all the time. He would eat these sausage things all the time. So I made homemade cheese sticks. Now that's delicious. Not too much different. So did they go good for you? How did it go? Were they super delicious? How are you and the children? I don't think I've ever done cheese sticks either. I don't believe. I can't remember. They were fire, better than the restaurant. Which one? Mozzarella cheese? What kind of cheese you use? I'm guessing mozzarella, because that's what they normally use in the restaurant. And how did you bread it? Well, I'll just get a recipe. I'll go online and figure it out. I'll give that a try. That'd be pretty cool. We usually do like grilled cheese sandwiches every now and then, but yeah. Oh, string cheese, okay. Mozzarella string cheese, I got you. Yeah, I used to get that out of Walmart. Back when I was around Walmart, no Walmart here, but they have Walter Mart. They have a place called Walter Mart in the Philippines instead of Walmart. Ooh, man, it's getting hot out here now. Okay, Jesus says, Jesus, I think I called Joseph Jesus. Excuse me. Let me start over. Joseph Joseph said, I've made steak patty from ground beef mixed with herb, cheese, and eggs. That sounds good to me. Herb, cheese, and eggs. Well, hold on. The eggs. I'm sorry. I was thinking just the cheese. I know. I don't know about the eggs part. I don't know. I have to try it before I can say. Anyway, Waylon says, "I wish baby bells were cheaper. Cheaper. I could live off of those mini cheese wheels. Yeah, I love those too, man. The baby Bella, I think is what they're called. I know what you're talking about. Little red things. Yeah, I used to eat those all the time. I love those things, man. That sounds horrendous, horrendous, Joseph. Ay, 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 man. I would like to have a cigarette. I don't know why. I guess after eating that unhealthy meal, makes me want something more unhealthy. Bro, I think I'm gonna find me a cigarette. I haven't had a cigarette in probably almost a year, to be honest with you. But I just want one. Probably not. I don't know if it's been a whole year, but I just really want one. So let me see. Got some money on me. I'm gonna go try to get a cigarette from the store. Well, I'll have to do it later because I'm thinking the connection might drop if I go too far. I'll just wait on it. Okay, Deep Sultan. Hello, friend. Dude, you changed your profile picture? Let's see. And is this the... Hold on, is this the same Deep? What the heck is that noise? I think they're selling ice cream outside or something. Nicotine, dude, be great. The nice something, relaxation that goes over your body, nothing like it. Yeah, I do have the pouches, so I'll do the pouches instead until maybe do a cigarette later, just one cigarette because I've been craving just one. I'm not a smoker, man. I quit vaping ever since I got sick, Waylon. So I haven't done any vaping at all since I got sick. But I did go back to some nicotine pouch. From India. Okay, I think this is a different Deep. This is Deeep. Okay, Deeep. I put whatever inside my fridge, but after I deep fried it, it's delicious. Let's see, your location. I'm in the Philippines. Deeep. I'm originally from USA, but I'm living in the Philippines. Let's see, I'm just hitting my watermelon ice vape over here. Let's see. Welcome to India. Thank you. I guess online I'm in India, I guess. Let's see. I wish I had the willpower to quit. Yeah, when I got sick, I was like, I didn't feel like, so I just stayed off. Waylon, can you see my text? Any chance? Yeah, what's up, Michael? Let's see. Hello, brother. You will get sick in the Philippines. It's coming. Get sick in the Philippines. This is Wayne. Wayne. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I've been sick in the Philippines. Already at least 3 times. Yeah, at least 3 times already. I've had the flu. Had the flu twice, but I had food poison the last time, and it was the worst. It was worse than both of the times I had the flu put together. Let's see. What are you doing? Just talking, man. Okay, nice. At least you guys don't smoke cigarettes. Let's see, I went to the Philippines, by the way, Waylon. Cigarettes is the worst. Let's see, I smoke a cigarette when I'm drunk. I tell myself a drunk cig doesn't count. Yeah. I'm working in scuba diving. Oh, sweet. On the scuba diving team. That's awesome, man. That sounds awesome. A lot of people do scuba diving here in the Philippines. There's tons of places to go. You went to the Philippines. Is this the same Michael from Singapore? Yeah, it is. It is the same Michael from Singapore. He even did a video. It's on his channel. Um, it's a short video of a bunch of places that he went to in the Philippines. It's a pretty cool video. Joseph says, booze and cigarettes, the best combo. Yep, definitely. Now you're going to talk me into drinking a Red Horse, Joseph. I was just going to go get a cigarette. Now I got to drink a Red Horse with it. A Red Horse is a very strong beer, by the way. It's like, it sort of tastes like Heineken, but it's like 8% alcohol. And I might be a little bit off on the percentage, but I think it's 8%. It might even be 9%. I don't know. It's really high. It's a really high number. I think it's 8%. Hello, sir. When you part of the Philippines, when do I leave the Philippines? Is that what you're asking, Aries? When I leave the Philippines? Or where you part of Philippines? Or are you talking about location, Aries? Let's see. Waylon said he's in an island somewhere in the world. He ran away from society. He doesn't want people to track him down. He's running from the government. That's funny, man. No, I'm loving life. And I mean, it was a lot better before I had to do the YouTube channel and I had money. Because when I got here to the Philippines, you know, I didn't have to worry about money, and I do now. And I didn't have to worry about doing a YouTube channel to try to make money. So basically, I was free to play and have a good time and go out and do all sorts of crazy stuff. And man, it was fucking. I mean, I didn't mean to say that. It was freaking awesome. It was freaking awesome. Drink a Four Loco instead. Let's see. Ian says 6.9. Okay, so about 7%. Okay. I just say 7%, man. 6.9. Let's see. Old Red Horse is awful. I love Red Horse, bro. That's my favorite beer now. You know, I mean, a lot of people like San Miguel's, but I love Red Horse. I used to love Heineken's. I still love Heineken, but Red Horse is what I would pick. And I'm not really a beer drinker. I don't drink a lot of beer, but San Miguel's cool too. Hello, Ian. Let's see. Ian says, hi, Joseph. There's a Red Horse in my backyard. I haven't tried to ride him yet, though. He's a thoroughbred. Coors Banquets are the best, though. See, I'm not a Coors fan. Everybody has their own different taste, different thing. Unless you have a great income, you will be forced to come back home. Oh, yeah, exactly. You don't have to have a great income, I don't think. It doesn't have to be a great income, but you got to have an income. You got to have a decent kind of income. Exactly. Wayne, is this, are you the guy that does the English tutoring? Joseph, to drink, I always go to the beach with my car at sunset, but some music with some friends. Let's go to the beach with the car at sunset, put some music with some friends. Oh, gosh, I think a mosquito just bit the crap out of me. Uh, let's see, Colorado Kool-Aid. When I drink, I sit in a dark room with nothing but my thoughts. Oh, you're in Iowa. Okay. Iowa, USA. Okay, I remember you. I remember you before talking about that, but you look, when I see your picture from this phone, it looks like that guy I was talking to about the tutoring. Um, when I drink, I sit in a dark room with nothing but my thoughts. That's all there is to do in Kentucky. Or I build a fire and ice. Yep. You were spending 3 to 4 thousand a month? Holy crap, dude. I know I'm a good looking guy. 3 to 4 thousand a month. Bro, I don't think I even know rich people over here that don't spend 3,000 a month. I mean, you must have had like a million girls every month or something. Waylon says, I was joking, geez. You know I throw on some tunes. I'm not sitting in a dark room truck. I thought you were serious, bro. Except for the red horse thing. I don't think there's a red horse out there. Uh, dang, the tough must be deep. Wait. I was like, man, maybe that's why he likes the country music, you know, sit in the room playing the country music. Fake it till you make it, Joseph. Me going to the beach all night to hide from the police. Uh, he lived in Cebu. Yeah, I remember. I remember you talking about this now. Living good, married to the Filipina. Married to a Filipina. Yeah, you know, now that you talk, I remember you talking about this now. And you're in Ohio. You used to lived in Cebu, but man, that's a lot of money. For a second, I was worried. Surprisingly, there is a red horse out back. I live in a horse farm. Okay. I think maybe a dark brown horse, but I wouldn't say a red horse. Of course, maybe there's a red horse that I don't know about or something. I don't know. Well, there still is nothing to do in Kentucky. If I wanted to go to the beach, I'd have to drive 10. Yeah, that sucks, bro. That's what I loved about being in North Carolina, man. I'd be there in about 2 hours where I used to live. Wayne says, I have a condo in San Remo, near SM Seaside, 1 block from North Star Casino. Oh, well, that might explain the 3,000 hanging out at the casino. But yeah, that Seaside Mall. I've been over there. I've been to that Seaside Mall and Cebu. Cebu is, I mean, I like it. I like Cebu. Cebu City is what we're talking about. And I did a video about Cebu. You got Cebu Island, which is pretty awesome as well. Let's see. Kamachawa. It's me, King Kong. You here in the Philippines. Kanachawa. Yeah, man, I'm here in the Philippines. I'm in the province of Mindoro. Yeah, Wayne, I'm living the poor life, bro. I'm doing tabo baths and yeah, it's just not the best life, I have to say that. But I'm trying my best not to go back to the USA because I just like it over here better. Let's see. How do they tame a wild horse? How do they make the horse obedient to commands? Okay, this is Joseph. How do they tame? Um, I can't answer that. I've never had a wild horse. Ian says chestnut horses have a real body, have red bodies. Okay, I don't know a lot about horses. Manes and tails in the Western disciples. You commonly hear chestnuts called sorrel, with the term chestnut being reserved for the darker brown-red coats. Waylon says you can't tame a wild horse. They must be raised from birth. Laugh out loud. That's why I'm back home. You got, so basically your money dried up and you had to go back home. Is that what you're saying? Ow, shoot. I done scratched myself to blood level. I gotta clean that up. Oh, did she make coffee? No. Yep. Yeah, I already went through that one time, Wayne. The first time I came over, my first place was Cebu, and then I went over to a bunch of other places. And then I ran down to my money, I ran it dry. And, I had to get back and make sure I could get back and still have a little money to keep living. And then I worked real hard for about a year and I saved as much as I could, and then I came back. But next year, if I don't get this thing rolling or something, or figure out something by next year, I'll have to go back. Unfortunately, I hope I don't, but let's see. Waylon says, I think I'm about to walk out my house and start walking west. Just forget about my life I have going on. Time for the hobo life. Dude, I've heard you talking about like, like, yeah, going out and what do you call it? Living off the grid stuff. But you got the kid to take care of and everything too. Ah, man. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Snap. Wayne says, I love being back home. Bought my home in Iowa, 1905, keeping me busy. Yeah, I remember you talking about the home over in Iowa too. Well, I guess I'm stuck then. Life plans and the window, out the window. Life plans out the window. Joseph says, sometimes I think of leaving the society to live in the wild, but I'm in a desert. Bird, just fly over here to the Philippines, Joseph, and we can hang out and be neighbors or something like that. Yeah, we can go like fishing and go out in the mountains and the beaches and everything. Be a lot different life. Find you a lady out here, like Wayne did, and I did, and everybody that comes does. Waylon says that's the best place to go, Joseph. Anywhere else, and I'm controlled by the gov. I would live off the land in Kentucky, but all inhabited places are owned land. Yeah, you know, that reminds me of that guy that was over in North Carolina that went out in the mountains, and then they were searching for him forever. I remember, I think I can't talk about what he did on here because it might catch, you know, like ban the video or something or kick me out or something. But anyway, he did something. And so they were after him. And it took them forever to find that dude. I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about, Waylon? He was out in the mountains of North Carolina. I think he went over into Georgia. It was all around the Appalachian area. South Idaho has the largest area of uninhabited area in the continent because of Alaska versus continuous U.S. because Alaska. I'm not sure exactly who you're talking about now. Yeah, I can't remember his name. They had a long search for him. They were searching for that guy. I want to say like 6 months. And he was out there in the Appalachian and living off of the mountains, you know. And yeah, it sort of reminds me of the Una, Bomber guy. Reminds me of him. What's his name? It was a normal name, like Steve, but it wasn't Steve. Maybe Cal. I can't remember that dude's name. I think it started with a W. I don't think it was Wayne. No, I can't remember his name. I give up. I give up. Well, Alaska has the most land you can be on, but you're not going to live long in Alaska wilderness. Yeah, I'm not really the kind of person that wants to go to Alaska. I would hate the freezing cold. Your best chance is in Idaho. I'd be cool with Idaho. Plus, that would be closer to the beach too than Kentucky, I think. Towards the southern border, hundreds of miles of wilderness. And that's a red state too. I know we're both like independents, but if I was going to live in a state, I'd rather for it to be red than to be blue, personally. Oh, I did check out your thing you were talking about. Was it called Mohad or something like that? Yeah, I watched some different videos on it. And basically, I mean, I give you my thoughts on it. Let's see. No, LOL. States are huge out west. It's probably still 500 miles to the ocean. I could drive 400 miles and would be at the ocean in Virginia. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. I thought it would be a little bit closer than that, but anyway. And also, it will depend on what part of South Idaho you're at too. If you're far right there by Washington State, which I think is Boise. I think Boise is over that way. Boise, Idaho. Let's see. Mossad. That's it. Be careful of that rabbit hole. The T becomes silent in the rabbit hole. That's fine. Let me finish that. I'll finish that Coke up first. Hard to drink it with that freaking nicotine pouch. There we go. Um, in the rabbit hole of what I'm. Freaking somebody just left a message and it's bugging me. Okay, I'm gonna give my opinion on that. My opinion is three things. I think it's more than Mossad. Um, I mean, I could see that being part of it, but I think you got three players: the Sea Party, the extreme, the extreme Muslim people, and the what you call this Mossad. I think those three together. And the thing is, I think if they destroy everything, take over everything, I think they'll have to battle each other. And anyway, that's my thought process on it. But I'm not going to like stay on like online like doing a bunch of research and everything. I did enough to make me feel the way I feel about it. Mossad doesn't work with others. They use others in their advantage. They are the real life chess players. You think they're the biggest chess players? I mean, they could be using them or whatever. But I think that Sea Party, I think, is a stronger force in my opinion. But we'll just have to agree to disagree. You think it's the M Party? I think the Sea Party. And I don't know. I mean, could be right, but I mean, it's amazing how such a small country could be that powerful. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't talk much about it, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. What? Can I walk? You got to stare at me while I'm walking. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Okay, here we go. So, there you go. So I think to me, that's the biggest player. And I think this one over here is going to be the strongest one. I don't feel like all the rest of them are going to be able to take them out. The Rothschilds. Well, let me get back in here. I gotta turn some air on because I'm a little bit hot in here. Turn some more air conditioner on here. Okay, I'll read what you said. Mossad. Okay, Mossad have soy everywhere because Jewish communities are. Yeah, and I get that too, Joseph. I get they're like all over the place and they have stuff like that going on. And I think they are big into our system, our political system, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I definitely get that. And Wayland says the Rothschilds helped fund Israel when World War II ended. They just so happened to picked the most hostile place in the world and claimed it was given to them by God. Let's see, with enough money and rituals, it was theirs. Ah, Sea Party, got you. Okay. This is Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. I follow you. Thank you. I appreciate that. This house is not my house, but thank you for saying nice place. And thank you. Risha, whose wedding is that? This is who? Your aunt? Aunt, uncle? Which one are you blood related to?
Uncle.
Uncle, okay. So this is my girlfriend's uncle over here, and that is his wife behind me. So her uncle and his wife, and this is their place. Let's see, Waylon says, given all the control in the world to the people with the money, because people have been corrupted to not know how to live the true nature, how we are supposed to live. Yeah, could you imagine a world without money and people just are free to live and everything? To me, a lot of things control people. Money, religion, government, I mean, a lot of stuff controls the people. And I mean, the thing about the religion part, that tends to be in a good way, that people get control because they're not doing a bunch of crazy stuff. The government, I mean, what's a government if they're not going to arrest the right people and punish the people and everything? Why are we paying them so much money? That's what I don't get. Let's see. Waylon says, you missed my last comment. It was the other half of my comment. Okay. Let me look back at it. Giving all the control in the world to the people with the money, because people have been corrupted to not live the true. Oh, I read that. I read that part. Is there something else I missed? They just so happened to pick up the most hostile place in the world. It was given to them by God. With enough money and rituals, it was theirs. The comment before that. Okay, yeah, I just finished reading it. But I mean, the crazy thing is, if those organizations work together, eventually they're going to be going after each other.
Is this a new one?
That's the new one? Yeah, that's yesterday and that's today. Hey,
It's only 2 left.
only 2 left.
So you ate 4 of them.
Hey, I'll take half of one, or at least some. Give me a bite.
You got 4.
A bite.
I got 2.
Yeah,
You're getting another
but it's panda
bite.
saw. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Just a bite, a small bite.
You don't.
Don't be
But it's small.
don't be
That's
so
the problem.
greedy. Look, that's all I got.
Greedy. I only got 2 and you got 4. How am I greedy?
We're not looking at the past 4 that I got.
Ah.
Let's don't think about that. That's in the past.
Aha.
Let's see.
Slim and everything got busted. It's in the past.
It's not allowing you to see. Oh no, I saw it. I went back and saw it. No, it's not even that comment. Oh really? Yeah.
Got filtered.
I mean, there is times that comments will not show up.
Got filtered.
I've had that happen before. So it is possible. I mentioned the Tomon and it didn't allow you to see it. No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see anything about that. Money is energy, according to Joseph. Get 20% on my battery. Money is energy. Money is energy. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not like saying no or whatever. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Money is energy. Uh, Waylon says no, Joseph. Things only get energy if we give it energy. We give paper a meaning. Even though a dollar bill, I know it is crazy that just a little piece of paper can mean so much. You know, $20, $100. They used to have $100. I don't know if they have them anymore. I think they used to have $1,000 bills at one time. But I might be wrong. Anyway, we give paper a meaning, even though a dollar bill and a $100 bill cost the same amount to make it. Yeah, I know that. So it is crazy, man. It's crazy. So, and you know, they're controlling the whole thing, right? They're the ones making it. They're the ones putting value on it and everything else. You know, it's like a big control thing. So while you're working 8 hours to make $100, think, well, most countries don't make more than $15 in 8 hours. Where are you from? Says Nicole. Nicole, I am from USA. Waylon's from USA. Where are you from, Nicole? Hold on. Is Nicole the one that was from the Philippines? No, I'm not sure where Nicole's from. Where are you from? Let's see. The problem is I'm in the Philippines, though. Excuse me for a second. I'm trying to chew up this Panda Sol and drink it down. Oh, Nicole, you're in America? When you say America, what part are you from? And nice to meet you, by the way. We are basically a world's community. We got people from a bunch of different countries that come in and hang out. Waylon, but right now I think most people are American in here, it looks like. Let's see. Waylon says, I mean, maybe it was based on gold standard. It would be worth a crap. Yeah, I remember like Ron Paul, you know. I used to support that guy, Ron Paul. Money is backed up by nothing anymore. There's no value to our currency. Exactly, Joseph, out of thin air. Sorry I have to go, but I will leave a like. All right, appreciate it. And subscribe if you like. If you think you find some value in my channel. Let's see. Take care. Joseph says America is rich in paper money, but China is rich in material. Yeah, China's so huge, man. I mean, the continent of Africa is huge too. I mean, South America. Well, but China and Russia, huge. Wow. Yeah, the industries. Yeah, I agree with you, Joseph. Hi from Mars. Hey Edith, welcome back from Mars. I mean, America is bigger than China, though. Hold on. You mean America's bigger than China? Africa is the richest in resources. That's Waylon. I missed that part. America is rich in paper money, but China is rich in material. Is bigger than China, though. Ow. Was America? Yes, America is larger than China. Talking about size? No. I'm gonna have to get my laptop over here and look that up. I'm gonna be surprised if the size of China, if the size of America is larger than China. Oh, well, you know, if you count other parts of the U.S., which I didn't think about that, I mean, that's possible. But anyway, I'm waiting for it to come up. Yeah, I mean, if you're counting Alaska, because Alaska is huge, 3.8 million square miles for U.S., 3.7 square miles for China, and they must be counting Alaska with that because it is part of the U.S. I wasn't thinking about Alaska, and they might even be counting the territories too. I'm not sure, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised it was still that close. Let's see. Yes, America's larger. Yep. The Trivia King. It goes Russia, Canada, U.S., China. Yeah. I thought Russia was the largest. I didn't know who was second. To be honest with you, I thought it would. I figured it was probably either China or Canada. Is what I thought. You definitely have to count Alaska. Yeah, I just didn't think about it, man. Alaska's really big. It's the biggest state. Alaska is the state is a state, right? Yeah, it is. I just, it's so far away. I don't ever think about it. That's like not counting Tibet for China. I don't know where Tibet is, to be honest with you. No one lives there either. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. As far as like China stuff, like a lot of their stuff I don't know about, and I really don't have a lot of interest in it. But as far as their economy, political, all that stuff, I do have interest in. Their, like how powerful they are. But as far as of a lot of their cultural kind of stuff and knowing places and all that kind of stuff, I don't really have a lot of interest in it. Let's see, Alaska's a state, yep. And Joseph says America is losing an industry. They are making money with the dollar being strong. America is losing industry. They are making money with the dollar being strong. Yeah, I don't, man. It just surprises me that America has still going like it is. I mean, because China, man, they have done a lot. Tibet is in the Himalayas. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know. I just don't. I've never really paid much attention to the map, the geography area, but of China. And maybe I should, so I don't be too stupid on it now. Now that I think about it, I probably should actually care about it a little bit, I guess. Maybe it's because my not caring for that kind of dictating. I like the people as far as the people goes. I just don't like the whole dictating thing. And I don't want to talk about exactly what I want to say. It's where the monks live and Mount Everest. Oh, okay. So it's down there near Nepal. And man, Nepal has got some crazy stuff going on over there, bro. Like, you know, I can't say what's happening because they might cut my video or something. But yeah, I mean, it's like crazy stuff going on in Nepal. I don't even know why. Anybody know why? What's going on in Nepal? I just heard what's happening, but I don't know why it's all happening. It's where the monks live. Let's see. It's called the rooftop of the world. No planes fly over it because the wind patterns can differ drastically. And I know of a couple planes over in that area. Not not exactly where you're talking about. That have crashed. Yeah, yeah, over going into Nepal because that's I think that's like a pretty tough area to land a plane. Waylon says, I've always wanted to go to that area of the world. I've always wanted to go to Nepal, personally, but not really into the China area. I feel like you find got in Tibet. I don't know. I mean, it'd probably be pretty cool, but let's see. Joseph says, the Politburo of China is all engineers. They are technocrats in power. That's why they build in so many ghost cities. Yeah, I did watch some videos about the ghost city. Well, I think it was one video, but I watched a video about that whole thing. It's weird, man. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I get freaked out by trying to find out too information that I might, they might get come after me or something. I know. Let's see. Waylon says Gen Z overthrew the government in Nepal. Gen Z overthrew the government in Nepal. I don't know the reason other than the corrupt government. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Mike and Venus, what's up? Hey man, we're talking about political stuff. Been talking about a lot of stuff deal with Asia and the U.S. And Israel's in Asia too, but yeah. Israel to all the way to Tibet to freaking U.S. It's been a lot of talk. I don't know. Can you scroll up and see the feed? Maybe you probably can. I think you can. But anyway, it's been a lot of talk. You probably wouldn't have interest in it though. Maybe I don't know. You might. Anyways. Waylon says, I think Joseph has a hard on for China. You're crazy, man. Joseph says, in Nepal, it's because the government wanted to shut down. I personally think Joseph knows a lot. I don't know. I think he's an educated guy, basically. And Waylon is too, but you got one educated guy, from a different part of the world than another educated guy. Let's see. It's because the government wanted to shut down. Yeah. Social network. Shut down social network is the reason. Huh. And Korea's doing something like that too, man. I read some. I mean, in Korea, they're trying to basically make it where only the people in Korea can talk to each other. I brought this up before. Basically, they're trying to shut down social media from everywhere else. Hold on, man. I'm wondering if Nepal is working on the same kind of thing. When you say social media, I'm wondering if they're trying to keep everything in their country, and this might you know, conspiracy. This might be the start of countries trying to do that, so we're not being able to communicate with other countries. Total conspiracy, totally crazy Fruit Loop idea, you know. I mean, hearsay, you know, I'm not saying it's true or anything, but anyway, a Filipino life. Hey man, how's it going? A Filipino life. Huh. That's, I don't think, I don't know if I've ever been to your channel or anything. That sounds like an interesting channel though. If I have subscribed, I don't know if I've subscribed to you. If anybody wants to subscribe to each other, let me know. I'll make you blue for a minute so you can subscribe to the other person and whatever, if y'all want to hook up or whatever. Let's see. I know we got some blue people in here today. Waylon says, I've looked on Google Earth in Israel. It's actually crazy. They have a giant barbed wire fence around the West Bank and Israel. Birthplace of Jesus is completely landlocked from the outside. Interesting. Waylon says, why would Nepal start first? Well, they wouldn't be first. It's Korea, South Korea. South Korea has already started that, where their social media is just restricted to the people in the country. But Nepal just might be, you know, a second place. I mean, it would probably be easier to do it in Nepal than it would be, say, U.S., right? U.S. people would be fighting that like crazy. They probably figured, oh, Nepal will just let it happen, maybe. You know. Let's see. That's a valid conspiracy. But why would Nepal start it? So, once again, Korea started it, South Korea. And I think, you know, when you started South Korea, it's like that's in the mid ground. It's not like too weak of a country and it's not too powerful of a country. So it's sort of like in the middle. And then if they see they can make it happen there, then they can start with the weaker countries, the smaller countries. You know, I shouldn't say weak, but, you know, just less. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it in a nice way. I'm not trying to be mean to Nepal. Let's see. Joseph says, some said it's the Illuminati who started that in Nepal. By Illuminati, I say foreign government. It came from nowhere. You know, y'all know what I think. You know, I thought Sea Party and the extreme Islam, those two, right? Now, after talking to Waylon, I have added the Mossad. And I always thought that there was a Jewish influence, but I never really done much research on it to figure it out. So those three. Anyway, it's getting crazy up in here, bro. Let's see. So, Illuminati, uno, dos, tres. I feel like it would start in Europe. That's where it all goes back to. The Battle of Europe is a real thing. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I think Asian places would be easier to do that than out of Asia. They tend to be more on a discipline level and abiding type countries, you know. So I think there would tend to be less of a fight, but they are fighting. They are definitely fighting. It shows people depend on social media. They are addicted and point to create a, yeah. Yeah, I mean, communication is what it's all about. You know, if you can stop, if they can stop, then we have nothing. We have no power, you know. I mean, we really don't have much power now because it's so we don't have the resources like they have and everything else. And I don't want to sound like too. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to organize anything or anything like that. But anyway, I feel like start in Europe. Da 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 da. Let's see, addicted to. Okay, Epstein's wife, something Maxwell. Dad is an agent for Mossad. Okay. Justine. Yeah, I'm familiar with her and him. Yeah, I'm familiar with them and the business that he had, and I have heard that, some of that, yeah. But anyway, I'm I don't know what to say now. You know, I don't know what to say because you think about too much. In my opinion, it gets a little depressing. It's all realistic cult stuff. Well, I think that's also a part of it. I think it's just a big thing going on personally. I think it's even bigger than just, the whole Mossad and the cult thing. I think both of those are part of it, but I think you got a lot of big players working together to make things happen that have corrupted, places all around the world. They have corrupted places all around the world, and especially the powerful places like England, right? England and U.S. and well, Europe and U.S. If you can emasculate men like they've been doing, if you can emasculate men and you can have them want to be women and all that kind of crap, then how are those people going to fight? How are the regular people going to fight back if they don't have strong men to fight back? You know, if you can make the people weak and make them fight each other and hate each other and all that kind of stuff, then how is there going to be any what do you call it, fighting back? The way I've looked at it in my last couple of years, being here in the Philippines, last couple of years, which has also really started about 3 years ago. But anyway, the way I looked at it was like, okay, the time has come just to enjoy my little bit of life and just go to a place that I want to be and have a great time and enjoy it to the best of my abilities because I can't control any of the other BS that's going on. Let's see. Joseph says, how can Epstein, a failed professor, can become so rich that won't happen if he doesn't have ties with them? Waylon Waylon says, I mean, there's all these people tied together. Yeah, exactly, tied together. Uh, Bohemian Groove is the United States. That ritual spot they burn. Okay, I'm gonna skip some of these words, but on the offer to. It's literally the exact same Jews did in the Old Testament. You have to put your chicken or lamb animal to the animal goes to. I wish I was making this up, but it's 100% facts. Hey, Pogi. Hey. Yeah, I'm not too happy about the situation, and I don't think you guys are happy about the situation. And I'm an old man now. So, once again, I'm sort of surprised I'm still alive. You know, I went through the vaccine that almost took my life and put me in the hospital. I did one shot. It was something I wish I didn't never do. And in my opinion, Waylon, okay, I think it's back. Let me see where my battery's at now. Okay, charging back. Shoot. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Waylon, you still here? I was about to ask you something. Oh, okay. So, Pogi said only the caribou get old, not the farmer. Waylon said you guys ruined the world for us younger folks. Too busy partying to realize the government was playing like a fiddle. Actually, I was not one of those people. I was actually someone that tried to organize another party to get away from this two-party system to make a change. And if you look back on my Facebook, you would see tons and tons of posts, and I even went out, to areas and tried to do things. I even became a coordinator and basically getting other people involved and a bunch of stuff. I did a bunch of stuff. The only problem was people didn't want to listen to me. They didn't care. Nothing. This was before all the crazy stuff happened. And then now that all the crazy stuff happens, they all of a sudden care about stuff now. And I'm like, well, I think you've waited too long to really actually care now. So, yeah, I saw it coming a long time ago. It's going about almost 10 years ago, about 10 years ago. And then when Ron Paul came along, I was trying to get him in. But, yeah. I tried, bro. I tried. There's a lot of things I did, and I basically wasted a lot of money because I was working so hard on that and I was doing it for free. People were thinking that I was making money off of me trying to create something to, like another party, basically to try to fix things. And I didn't make a crap. I didn't make crap from it. So this is really a touchy subject to me. It really makes me mad because I tried so hard, but people didn't freaking care. But now they're all fighting like crazy with each other. And now they're all thinking, oh, we got a mess here. Let's see, what was my question? My question was this. Look this up. Or, maybe you know already. How many vaccines do children get in the U.S.? In the U.S. In the U.S. I'll just leave it at that. Maybe you heard me. I hope you did. Okay, and you're back. So what's the question? You seen it coming a mile away. Well, I appreciate your effort a lot. Your peers ruined it for everyone. Yeah, a lot of them just thinking about money instead of thinking about life. Like from what ages? The whole time while they're in school. The whole 12 years in kindergarten, so basically 13 years of school. Regular school, not college. Elementary to high school, that whole time. How many vaccines do they get? I remember the times we couldn't use that word. Remember? We couldn't use that word. Now they've let it go some. Oh man, I don't even want to know what they have pumped with. Probably like 40 plus. Well, I mean, my looking into it has been a lot higher number. But, the question is who's telling the truth? Who's right, who's wrong? So if it is 40 plus or 80 plus, whatever it is, maybe this is causing problems. There's a lot of people that have mentioned problems with their kids from vaccines. And, you know, all this mental illness and stuff that's in the U.S. Joseph had brought this up before. He's talked about how strong mental illness is in the U.S. Well, and I have a lot of people around me in the U.S. that have issues. So whatever your environment produces, be it vaccine or be it whatever you eat or whatever, any kind of stuff that's going into you, this kind of stuff I think has been a huge problem as well. Want to know? Okay, so yeah. So anyway, this is just a belief, that I have. My son gets his 4 months old vaccine shots tomorrow. I try not to be crazy anti-vax guy, but I can't pretend it doesn't bother me, but I'm seen as crazy if I say otherwise. You know, there's. I'm not saying personally. I'm not saying that vaccines are completely bad or whatever, but from experience myself, what I went through with the vaccine, and I believe something that my daughter went through too. Um, I don't think it's 100% clean, is what I'm saying. I think there might be some stuff out there that's good, some stuff that's bad. And why were they so strong on hiding information from us with uh, with the whole thing? And why could we not even talk about it? Just a lot of crazy stuff. But I'm not saying I'm an anti-vax guy either. I'm not a completely anti-vax guy, but I do think there's some kind of issues. I definitely think there's issues, and I could go to details on some of the stuff that I have seen, but there's no use in it. It's not going to change anything. Nothing's going to happen. You know, the only thing that might happen is they throw me in a jail cell. If anything's going to happen, that would be it for running my big mouth, or get like Kirk, something like that. You see what the freedom of talking does You see what happened to him. You see what happened to people that got fired for things of them agreeing with him, with what happened to him. You know, freedom of talking. There is no freaking freedom of talking. You know. Yeah. Anyway, it's just BS. If I could talk freely, man, I would love it. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, but my girlfriend is quite the opposite of me. She got the vaccine booster shot. She trusts the government way too much. She thinks I'm crazy for being a free thinker. Yeah, my mom is the same way. She got tons and tons of the vaccines and all that stuff, and then eventually she started feeling problems after a while, but nothing too serious. And I know of other people that's had issues, but nothing too crazy. Not like mine. Um, of course, there are people that were worse than me, but personally, with that particular vaccine, there's other vaccines I could talk about too. But anyway, I guess she wants me to be a sheep who just follows and say the same thing. Bah. Well, yeah, it's pretty normal, bro. It's pretty normal. Joseph, I'm back. Hey, welcome back, my man. Anyway, this one's good. This conversation has gotten a little bit deep, a little bit too as far as like me trying to stay out of trouble. Let's see. I'm always the one who never gets sick, but no, I'm the crazy one. I never even get treated for COVID. I never lost my sense of taste. But guess who got COVID? The one with the vaccine. Exactly, bro. I mean, I've gotten COVID at least 3 times. I had one shot, went to the hospital, almost died from it, and now my body's still not right. I got high blood pressure from that whole thing, and what else happened? Oh, I put off, I put off on it. I didn't get it immediately. I waited and waited and waited to see what was going to happen, and I asked people, and everybody said, "Oh, we're fine, we're fine." Come to find out, they didn't tell me the truth later. They finally told me there was issues that they had. But anyway, so I went and got it. And then the day I got it, I came back in the house. I turned on the TV, and then that's when they started talking about the heart issue. And I'm like, well, you could have let me know that sooner. And plus, you could have let me know about the test trials, what happened in those test trials. The girl named Maddie that is in a wheelchair now that almost died from the vaccine as well. They could have let us know about that. And they could have not lied to us and said, oh, if you get a vaccine, you're not going to get COVID. BS, BS, BS. So I'm going a little crazy right now. Let me shut up. Let's see. I think vaccine mess with me. The DNA, you can have autistic kids. Yeah, I think you know. Yeah, I'm not a vaccine fan, but I feel like there's some things. I'm not an anti-vaxxer completely, but I'm also not completely a vaccine fan either. It's sort of like, I don't know. Everything has good and bad. I keep saying that. Waylon says, I mean, you did hear what Bill HT said, right? If If you haven't, Mikey, please check it out. No, Bill Gates population control on YouTube. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I've heard the whole bill. Yeah, I've heard that a long time ago. I mean, I was yeah, definitely. I've heard it a few times because yeah, that's the kind of stuff I look at. It's like a minute long clip. Yeah, that guy's weird as crap. And I think the thing that pushed him over the tipping point was when he was walking into a building and somebody threw the pie in his face. This was a long time ago. And I think that made him mad at the world. And I think he's part of this whole problem too that we're talking about. It's like a minute long clip, but it says everything you need to know. Yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. But, you know, anyway. Anyway. If you don't know about Maddie, the girl that went through the trial period, her issue and how they hid her issue and didn't even take care of her medical bills from what happened to her in the vaccine trials, then you should look at that as well. And I think there was a senator, I think his name might be Johnson, Robert Johnson, I believe. I can't remember exactly, who was trying to let people know about it. And he spent time with her and her mom. But, anyway, a lot of control, man. A lot of control. Is there anybody, you feel like you can trust? And I'm talking about that has money. Is there anybody that you really feel like you could trust that has money? There is one person I can think of that has money that I feel like I can trust. I want to see if anybody else has a thought on this. Bill Gates owns yeah, exactly. He owns a lot of farmland. Yeah, exactly. The food. I could trust my dad. Well, I'm talking about has a lot of money. I mean, like a lot of money. Like, let's say any billionaire. Is there any billionaire you feel like you can trust? Oh, like rich? Not really. Okay. Right now, I'm going to say there's one. Right now, for me, there's one. And I could be wrong. I could be. But his last name is Musk. And I could be wrong. Don't get mad at me because that I feel that way, because I could be wrong. But he's the only one that I feel like trust Kim Jong more than Musk. Oh, really? Dude, why would you? I can't believe you'd say that. But like I said, I could be wrong. He is the richest person in the world. You only get rich by associating with other rich people. Exactly. And so yeah, I don't know if that's true, but he's the only one that I feel like I that possibly might be okay. I mean, just thinking about anything that he's gone through. I mean, his whole people trying to destroy the adversity he's gone through. Adversity, not university. But people trying to just destroy his business. Even Bill Gates bought a bunch of his stock and then unloaded his stock to try to drop the price of it. But yeah, on the association part for the rich thing, yeah, I mean, it's possible. Behind every fortune, there's a sin. I mean, and I'm not going to say you're 100% correct, Joseph, but I, I definitely feel like you could be correct. All right, so everything he owns is stuff to start his colony in Mars, spaceships incorporated. Obviously, he's making tunnels to survive underground on Mars, electronic cars because there's no fossil fuels, and he's developing AI because someone needs to build the start of man's civilization. Robots can do that. Someone needs to build the start of do that. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. But if there's anybody that out of all of them, I'm gonna put my money on that guy. If I had, I definitely wouldn't put it on Zuckerberg, and I definitely wouldn't put it on um, who else? I don't know. But anyway, he's a possible, but he is very powerful. So could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I doubt he. I don't know. It'd be interesting if he can win. If he goes against Trump in the next election and whoever, I don't know what's going to happen, man. It's so crazy out here. It is so freaking crazy. Think about why he cares so much about going to Mars. It would be cheaper to just fix Earth than to create a whole new planet for life. I personally think his whole situation, he's autistic. He's autistic, by the way. And I think his whole thing about Mars and science fiction, I think he's just out there in a way. Like he's just odd. He's very odd. He knows the plans and he wants to have an escape route. Possible? I don't know. I don't know. I think he's just an odd guy. I think he's a little strange, odd, very different, autistic, definitely. Um, and genius comes along with that whole autism kind of thing. The Mars plan is an escape route. Musk is selling to billionaires to have an escape plan when they go. That's possible too. Maybe he's making money off of that. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I don't know about the whole Mars thing. I mean, I think he's a weird, odd dude. But if he's trying to do all that other stuff you're talking about, I don't know. Um, it's interesting. He's interesting to figure out exactly what he's doing and up to, and is he good or bad? In my opinion, I'm not sure. I think all the rest of them are definitely bad. I can't think of anybody else besides him that might be okay. And there's been a point where I've said other ones have been good, that I found out they were not good. Other people. I tend to try to believe in people and try to trust people and be positive with people, but a lot of times people let me down. An old guy with $100 billion, he could literally buy half the world. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. I mean, I don't know if he could buy half the world as far as that goes, but he's got a lot of money, that's for sure. But in the scheme of things, does he really have a lot of money. I mean, how much money is there in the world? Let me Google that. Let's see how much money is in the world. Because I bet you that's less than. Okay, charging back. Let me get rid of that. This thing's getting my nerves. Got the. I bet you it is less than 10%. A lot less. Maybe less than 3%. How much money is in the world? Money is in the world. Let's see. Yeah, we were talking about Musk. Yeah, we were talking about Musk. $123 trillion. So you said it's like 400 billion. So yeah, that's not even 1%, right? That's not even. Yeah, I mean, it's not even 1%. So he has a lot of money compared to us, but he doesn't. In the scheme of things, he doesn't have a lot of money compared to the world. Let's see. Waylon says, "Not if you're rich, you profited off of someone else's misery." Yeah, I mean, that tends to happen. Normally happens. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Normally, no other way around it. If you're on top, it's because you've knocked people down on the way up. Normally happens. I mean, I don't know as far as him. I don't know what he's done. I have no idea. I haven't heard any. I don't know of anything bad that's happened. So I'm not going to prosecute somebody if I haven't heard anything bad that they've done. So I don't have any history on Elon Musk to be a bad person. And so I'm definitely not going to prosecute anybody if there's no history on it. But as far as the tendency of that happening, yeah, I agree with that. That is normal. That is very, very normal. So yeah, there's a good chance of that with him as well. Let's see. Money makes people kill. It's trillions. Yeah, it's 123 trillion. Her son is trans. Yeah, yeah, and he's pretty upset about that. He's got several kids, and one of them did that, Joseph, and he was upset with the school system because they were a big influence into making that happen, and it happened, and yeah, that's why he became conservative. Yeah, and that's a big reason that he got into politics. He said that he was going to be a force um, against the liberals because of what happened to his son. Yeah. Waylon says, of course, you haven't heard nothing bad. It's called Hush Money. Musk was in Iron Man. He's been in Hollywood. He knows how they work. Well, I mean, all I can go on is actions. And the actions that I've seen him go into Twitter and fire a bunch of idiots that were blocking information that was supposed to get to us. Basically, they weren't allowing information to be told. For one, an example is the vaccine thing. So basically, and other information. So he he talked about that. He's like, okay, all this stuff has been hidden from the world. And he went into the government, and there is a lot of waste in the government. And he went into there and was working on that. Trump didn't like everything, so he was trying to stop him from that stuff. Everything that I've seen him do, I have not seen him. All I've seen as far as his actions, I can't say that I've seen anything bad. except for maybe believing Trump is an awesome guy. Um, and I'm not really going to talk much about Trump. I really don't want to get into that. Um, but anyway, let's see. I know there's a lot of comments that came in. Of course, didn't Elon say Trump is on Epstein's files? So Elon's been knowing. I don't think he knew that in the beginning, but I think he knows it whenever he got into politics, and then they had their fighting and all that kind of stuff. He knows the list. He's the richest man in the world. He basically did, be able to get power to find out what's going on and stuff like that. Yeah. But apparently not, because he can't release a file of pedos. Let's see, he knows the list. He's the richest man in the world, but apparently not, because he can't release a file. The whole file, the whole not releasing thing is something that has really upset me. And I think a lot of people. I think that should be released and everything, and maybe scared, dude. I mean, if you had that list, not just for you, but also your family, and you tried to release it, think what would happen. I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Um, you know, he knows this. Okay, there's always someone above you, even if you're Elon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, $120 trillion. He doesn't even own 1%. You know. And how much are we in debt with China? How much does China? I mean, U.S. How much does U.S. owe China? You know. I wouldn't be surprised if they just come in and make everybody slaves. Come over, take over the country, make everybody slaves. There's always someone above you. Yeah, I talked about that. Hello, got good. You subscribe. Hey Tata, what's up? How you doing? Where you from, Tata? I remember Tata. It's been a long time ago. Long time ago. Waylon says, "Oh, it will be released after the lease is edited." Exactly. I mean, that is so overblown. Like that stuff should have came out a long time ago. It's just been, it's horrible, bro. That's all I can say. President's on this. The actual president of our country, pedophile. Like this is true. Who is really running this shit show? Yeah, who's running the shit show? I don't think it's people in our country that's really running it. If you have the list, you would be so powerful. I don't know, man. And once again, if a list is put out there, who says it's not fabricated? Just like Waylon says. I mean, if I saw the list tomorrow, I wouldn't know if I can believe that list. Yes or no? I wouldn't know if I could believe it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yes, Joseph. It's called Israel. Would you think we're so close to them? They have everyone on film and files. Epstein's wife's father was in Mossad. It's clear as day. Israel has the list. I think that if anybody tried to put it out, they're not even going to enforce it. I mean, if it was put out, Would something happen to these people? No, no. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if it was put out or not. Nothing's going to happen. I mean, we have no freaking power, dude. We have no freaking power. It's such sad. It's so sad, bro. Uh, it's called blackmail. Yeah. Once again, you know where I stand. You know how I feel. Who's got the control. I mentioned all the entities, and I'm even including what you guys feel. The whole Israel stuff in there too. Um, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. We have no power, and we're effed, and that's why I'm just trying to live my life out my last few years and have a wonderful time. Smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave. And that's why I normally don't bring this thing up because it's depressing as crap, to be honest with you. I mean, not only do you have to worry about getting screwed for talking, so you gotta get screwed. You get screwed for talking, and you get screwed if you try to do something, and and it's just depressing as crap. So that's why I just try to stay out of it. There, screw the whole blue side, red side, and that's why I always say just respect each other. If somebody wants to be a transgender, awesome. If they want to be from any kind of race, who freaking cares? Awesome. I appreciate every freaking race. I appreciate every freaking country because the people that are the people are the good people. The people that work at the stores, that that work in the hospitals, that that try to help people. All these people are good people. We're all good people, and that's as far as it can go, bro. That's as far as it can go. Joseph says Trump daughter is married to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So that's why he is Salford Russian. It's a connection thing. All this kind of crap is connected. You know, and once again we have no power, and once again, like Waylon said, we're effed, and it's depressing as crap. That's why I just laugh, and luckily, I'm old enough to say, hey, doesn't matter too much to me anyway. I've had a interesting, crazy, and pretty good life. So that's the way I look at it. I'm surprised we're still kicking and we're still as free as we are right now, even though we're not free. Definitely not free. Far from it. But we still can pick up a phone. We still can talk right now. But what we just talked about, Korea, Nepal, you know, things things eventually keep evolving into worse. Uh, let's see. Waylon says, "A, you have Freemasons that work every day, like, but end up doing some shady crap." Yeah, and I'm not talking about corrupt people. When I talk about good people, I talk about good people. You know, people that are like working in an ambulance to pick you up and save your life, because that's happened to me before. They put a needle in my arm and saved me from dying. Those kind of people. I'm talking about an actual decent good teacher that actually cares about the kids, and that kind of stuff. I'm talking about the good people. That's the kind of people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about these corrupt people. Let's see. While I'm over here trying to start a career and a family and you're saying thank you, thank God I'm old. I've lived the good times. Hey, I was thinking about that too, man. I was like, sorry. But once again, I tried to do something about this. And unfortunately, so many people did not give a crap. I was born in the wrong time, you know. But look at it this way, bro. I mean, at least you weren't born in some, I'm not going to talk about the countries, but at least you were not born in a country that is worse than USA. And there is a country worse than USA. I'm not going to talk about which one because I don't want, when they scrape all this crap and they find all the stuff that's being said, they're going to be like, huh, what are these guys talking about? When they data scrape stuff. But I mean, the thing is, there's so much crazy talk by so many crazy people and everything that try to be low key and not have to, worry too much about it. But we're not trying to do anything at all. You know, we have no freaking power. We realize that. We know we're effed up. So we just, do what we can in life. Born in the wrong time. I mean, I remember back in the old days, Waylon, well, the people didn't live very long, right? So they were born in the wrong time too. They lived like to what, about 35, and that was about it. So I think if you were born in the 50s was probably the best time. If you were born around the 50s or 60s, somewhere around that time. I was born 70s, but people that were born in, say, that I'm talking about Americans now. Now, other countries, it would probably be different because this is an emerging country where I'm at. It's, at one time, a long time ago, I guess they considered it a third world country, and a lot of people think it's a third world country, but it's actually called an emerging country, not a third world country. So I guess their time might be better now that they're an emerging country compared to being a third world country. Let's see. Laugh out loud. You got to delete this live. uh, I don't think it. I think it's too late, bro, because it's already created. It's already lived. Imagine being born in the 50s in Vietnam. Um, yeah, as far as those people that went to Vietnam, now I have an uncle that didn't go to Vietnam. He was born in the 50s. But the people that were born in the 50s that went to Vietnam, yeah, that might not have been that great. But they survived, and we're talking about guys. The girls didn't even go to Vietnam, right? And we're also just talking about Americans. So basically, the moral of the story is, it's never a perfect time. It's, we are, whenever you're born, you basically have what you have, and you do the best you can with what you have. Basically, that's the moral of the story. My granddad was born in 1926. Dude, that's a long time ago, bro. Yeah, I mean, both of my granddads went to World War II, and then most of my uncles were in Vietnam, and I almost went to Desert Storm. they were they were getting us ready to go to Desert Storm, but then it ended quickly, thank goodness. So didn't have to go over there. He passed away about 6 years ago. The same granddad fought in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Wow. Yeah. And, they always looked at it like it was a patriotic thing to do. But now I think today people look at it a different way. And my thing is, if we're such a strong country, why couldn't we win Vietnam? That's my question. We're such a big country. Vietnam's such a small country. And if we're so strong and powerful, why didn't we win Vietnam? Joseph says, in the country where I live, we do not talk about politics, or you will be, boom, in the road. That's why Joseph has been so quiet and not in a secret house. See, that's why Joseph has been so quiet, man. See? See, we're lucky to have whatever we have. We might not have much, but whatever we do have, here's one thing in the Philippines that is strong, a strong belief, is being content. That's a strong, strong belief in the Philippines. The people don't have much, but they stay content with it, and they stay happy because of that contentment that they have. Just imagine being raised in the Depression time. I remember my grandparents talking about that, man. Anyway, I want to say it's all sucks, but hey, that's life. Life is not fair. I say that over and over again. When people complain and I hear stuff, I'm saying, hey, man, it's the way it is. Life isn't fair. Waylon says we lost because we don't know the land like they do. Same would happen if they tried invading the southern U.S. We know our backyard better than you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, you know, exactly. We lost. That's my point. We lost. Djibouti, nice country, nice little desert country. Life is fair because it's unfair for everyone. Well, that's a good point, even though it's still unfair for everyone. But whenever people complain and they, have problems or whatever, they just need to realize we don't live in a life that's fair. Even playing field. Well, I wouldn't say we have an even playing field. I wouldn't say that. The people that we've been talking about compared to us, I don't think that's an even playing field. Uh, Hello, guys. Good, you subscribe. Hey, ta-ta again. Let's see. We deserved to lose. We deserve to lose. Let's see. Djibouti, LOL. A lot of foreigners made that joke before you. I don't even know what he's talking about, to be honest with you. Djibouti. And I don't really... Anyway, I just don't know what he's talking about. Let's see. It's been a joke since I was a kid. Yeah, maybe it's a good thing I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. Let's see, Waylon says it's an even playing field because we all die. And we all have the choice to go to heaven or to hell. We think too much physically and not enough spiritually. Because we all die. We all die. Let's see, because he said he's from, oh, okay. Let's see, Djibouti. Okay. Well, I wish we could do something, but basically it is what it is. That's life. You know, yeah, it's true. We all die, right? We all die, and people all around the world, which is how many? Couple trillion people, I think, have to, you know, have their own beliefs. You know, some believe in, there's what, over 100 religions, you know, so there's all sorts of people believing in all sorts of things. And, you know, I say just, you know, go the way you feel and be as happy as you can be. A trillion. Try 8 billion? Oh, okay. I skipped a zero. I was thinking there's millions in countries. Okay, billions. Okay, 9 billion. Over 100 and something trillion dollars and 9 billion people. I wonder if you give everybody money, how much would that be? I don't know. But anyway, my cousin left the country because a post he made on FB about politics. Bro, check that out. And there's people getting arrested all the time over in England because they say something on Facebook. You know, I don't know. Did you know that, Waylon? Let's see. Waylon says if you gave everyone an equal amount of money, that would be communism too. Oh, I'm not trying. I've never said if I agree with com or corporation or what I agree with. I think any of it works. The problem is corruption. Corruption in all that government crap. The corruption over in the commie part, corruption over in the corporation, free market part. That's the problem. It's not the ideology, it's the freaking corruption. It's like if you're in a house and they believe in, like, say, Muslim, or in a house that believes in Christianity, that house that's Muslim could be a happy family. House and Christian could be a happy family. But if they have bad characters over here in this house and that house, then it's going to be a bad environment. And I believe that some socialism is good as far as, like, you know, libraries and fire departments and all that stuff. All that is a socialist kind of ideology, which is socialism is similar to communism, but it's not the exact same thing, I know. But it is less of a corporate thing because it's more of a government thing. Hello, let's see, V-Create. What's up, man? How's it going? V-Create. They searched his house and planted a gun there, so they charge him of illegal possession of firearms. Let's see. Bro, I'm sorry to hear about that, Joseph. I mean, that's horrible, bro. I'm sorry to hear about that. We need to just go back to Amish style. I've always, what's the word I'm looking for? I've always appreciated, except it's stronger than appreciated. I've always looked up to or appreciated the Amish community. You get what you give. If you work, you get fed. Yeah, I always appreciate that, that kind of lifestyle. I've been to the Amish community. I've been over to the Quaker community, those types of areas, and yeah, and the Philippines is sort of like that. You know, it's sort of like the same kind of style. It's very, very much simple. Simple. Yeah, it's very simple. What? So he's on the run. Envied. No, not that strong. Not an envy. Not like a jealousy, envy kind of thing. But just very appreciated. He paid money to get out of prison before his trial and left the country. That's crazy, man. See, that's another point, too, I want to make. No matter how bad you got it, there's always somebody that has it worse than you. I remember this girl. She was about 21 years old. She was in the military. Very, very positive person. Very, very wonderful person. And she was terminally ill from cancer and was about to die. So no matter how bad you got it, there's always someone that has it worse. Let's see. Like, did you want it, but never fully emerged to it, but you wish you could live it, but you know you can't? That's how I feel about the Amish. Okay, we're talking about the Amish. Like, did you want it, but never fully merged to it? I mean, it's like I said, being over here in the Philippines is similar to that kind of life. So I feel like I'm happy here. You know, I'm happy with this simple kind of life. Good people, good community, very old-fashioned. You know. But you, and I had no idea what I was getting into when I came over here. I had no idea. I just came, you know, I came for a girl, and then I basically found out, you know, some amazing stuff here. But did I want it? I wouldn't say I necessarily wanted it, but in a way, I felt like, oh, it would be great to be in it. Yeah, I felt like it would be great to be in that kind of lifestyle. I was a really happy, positive person myself, but I happened to see my best friend pass away in a car crash, and I lost a piece of my soul that day. Sorry to hear about that, Waylon. And yeah, I mean, I've seen some things too, but not my best friend. Nah, not that. Other people. Dang, sorry for that, Waylon. That's from Joseph. Yeah. And yeah, I keep my mouth shut about a lot of things because it affects other people that are still alive. And I don't think they would like me talking about it, basically. So that's why a lot of stories in my life I don't talk about, because those people that it involves are still alive, and that's why I don't talk about it. But yeah, that's pretty drastic stuff, bro. Oh, it's okay. It's been 3 years now. I've healed temporarily. Yeah, I know that feeling. I will say this. I've got a best friend from high school that I was like brothers with. I was an only child. He was an only child. So we were like very close, very much brothers. Well, we sort of like stopped hanging together, communicating. I went in the military. I went in the Army. He went in the Navy, and basically he pretty much disowned me as a friend because I didn't stay in touch with him when I was in Korea. And I was stupid. I was 18 years old and stupid and, drinking a lot and everything. And I made a mistake, but he hasn't forgiven me completely with it. So basically, I've lost a friend too, but in a different way. Um, Happy to still have my best friend and parents. Yeah, congratulations, Joseph. You still have them. I mean, you know, I'm happy with what I got, bro. The people in my life, I'm happy with what I got. I don't know if it's as good as Joseph, what he has, or what you have, Waylon. I don't know, but at least we got somebody. Waylon's got somebody. I got somebody. Joseph has somebody. You know, sometimes I do think about that though. I think about, I wish that we could still, me and my best friend, we could still talk and hang out and stuff like that. But you can't force people to care. You know, that's another lesson in life. You can't force people to care. So, and just like what I was trying to start with the third party and try to change the world kind of stuff, I couldn't force people to care. Waylon says, we played drums together. We was in band for years together. Small town too. We made a blood pact freshman year where we both cut our hands and touched the cuts. Would laugh. Yeah, I remember the band days. I had some friends that were in the band and stuff. I wasn't talented enough to be in the band stuff, but let's see. I think that might be why I seen. Let's see. I think that might be why I seen him pass away. The blood pact was made. I think sealed it. I don't mess with stuff like that anymore. Yeah, that's pretty deep, bro. Joseph says, I visited my grandma in Somalia and saw my autistic 50-year-old chained to prevent him to get outside. Oh, uncle. Let's see. 50-year-old uncle chained to prevent him to get outside. Yeah, and you know, I've got some close people that I know that have severe mental illness. And I did a deep research on severe mental illness. I mean, not talking about autism, it's not as severe as what I'm talking about, from BPD to bipolar to schizophrenia to um, OCD to all sorts of stuff. I did a lot of research to try to help the people that I'm thinking about. So yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty tough thing. It's a pretty tough thing that what Joseph is talking about. I mean, that all this kind of stuff is pretty wild. Lack of psychotic medicine, so they chain um, in case of crisis. And to be honest with you, what you're talking about, bro, sounds even stronger than autism. Well, you said psychotic, so that's like a psychosis, which is about seeing things and hearing things. So that's even stronger than being autistic. But I know a lot of people don't really want to talk about the issues. They don't want to be looked down on and so forth. There's a lot of stigma on mental illness, so especially in poorer countries, what they call poor countries, that's what they call them. But I think a lot of poor countries are rich in not money wise, but as far as, and sometimes you could say money wise because they don't have the debt, you know, that a lot of the Americans would have. A lot of Americans have debt. Filipinos, they don't tend to have any debt. They might not make a lot of money, but they don't tend to have any debt. But very rich in character and community, and rich is not always defined by money, is what I'm getting at. Waylon says, oh my God, so my mom has been working at elderly people's homes, and she went into one woman's house and you could see bed bugs literally crawling on the floors and walls, and the old woman's hands bit all over. It can be pretty sad, man. I mean, people getting older, elderly, and here in the Philippines, they tend to take care of the elderly. They tend to care more about the older people, the family people. They tend to respect the older people. They're a lot nicer to me over here as an older person. And so, yeah, it's pretty sad to see that kind of situation with older people. The misery is everywhere, Waylon. Yeah. Pickle G tag. Hello. This guy was in a pickle yesterday. Yeah, I remember. Dude, oh my goodness. I better plug my phone in. It's probably freaking low as crap. Let's see. Actually, it's not that bad. It's like 24%. Surprise. That it is, Joseph, and that's not even the mental problems we have over here. I've seen a lot of sad stuff. When I was in Florida, I smoked a blunt with a homeless, and there was an older homeless man. And Joseph has mentioned this because, you know, apparently he's pretty hip to the news in America. He's mentioned a lot of mental illness in the U.S. And anybody who pays attention to the news knows there's a lot of mental illness in the U.S. But there's still a lot of stigma. Fortunately, even though they don't have all the mental institutions like they used to have, and I've seen people get kicked out of hospitals because they didn't have insurance, that were mentally ill. Their insurance wouldn't cover it, so they got kicked out of the military. And I'm talking about someone that had schizophrenia. But anyway, I forgot my point, bro. To be honest with you, I forgot my point. There was a point coming. Well, he ended up pooping in his pants and mid-rotation, and we had to stop smoking so they could clean him up. Oh, yeah, my point was the medicine. Yeah, which Joseph was just talking about. They didn't have the medicine, so he was chained up. The medicines that are available now are very good at stopping things. Imagine if those medicines were not available, bro. It would be totally crazy. Now, where does all this mental illness come from? And I'm going back to what we talked about before, but environmental stuff, environmental stuff. There's also a genetic part too, but you know, environmental stuff is a big factor as well. Joseph says at least many families, loud noise there. At least many families keep their sick relatives at home safe. Yeah, and a lot in some countries, not all, uh, but chained, they don't let them become homeless. Yes, it's some more deep stuff, bro. More deep. I'm gonna have to throw my bucket hat on. Let's see. Waylon says, yeah, that's not the case here. A lot of crazy people are on the streets talking to themselves and fighting trash cans. And exactly, that's the problem. They don't have the mind right to go to a doctor, to do paperwork, to get the government stuff that needs to be taken care of, to fight 2 years to get any kind of disability money, because you have to fight for it. I've helped people fight for that kind of crap. Um, People don't, some people, younger people might not realize it, but you can't just go try to get disability and they give it to you automatically. It's going to take it's going to take a lot of time, usually a couple of years, before you can get help financially. And they're not in their right mind to do a lot of this stuff, and the medicine too. And so that happens quite a bit over in the US. But luckily, in countries like where Joseph is, and here too in the Philippines, families tends to be very close to each other and very caring to each other, and I mean, even like a lot of them will live together and help each other, that kind of thing. Let's see. Abandoned by families because it's too expensive or too much stress in the family. Yeah, and things can be stressful, and if they don't get the medicine, you know, if they don't have somebody helping them, if they're really out there, then yeah, you're going to see people in the streets talking to themselves. And a way that they cope, a lot of them, is to do drugs to try to cope um, with the problems they have. Family is not strong in America. Yeah, exactly. 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 I was in shock about, the whole thing with the Charlie thing. I know Waylon don't believe that guy did it, which, I don't know. But anyway, it is in the South. We would do anything for our immediate family, especially our cousins. I I have somebody that's homeless right now in North Carolina, which is in the South, and I none of the family wants to help that dude. They don't want to take him in. Um, they don't want to. Yeah, they're not there for him. So he's homeless. It's not a problem in small towns in America. You only see the homeless problem in the big cities. Now he's from a small town. He's in the big city, but why is he in the big city? Why did he leave the small town to be in the big city? Is probably as far as a survival, because they've been helping him with some things. There's there's resources in the big cities, basically, um, that try to help him with different things. So that's what he does. He doesn't have any family trying to help him. He's just going to different resources, and the resources have been helping him some. I don't think he's got enough help. Pickle says, in my country, there isn't that much people that have mental illnesses, and the people that do, they usually are with their family, but sometimes you can't find them. You can find them on the street, but sometimes you can find them on the street. Let's see, Mikey, drug addiction plays a big role. Drug addiction. Hold on. Ted, drug addiction plays a big role on what part? What exactly were we talking about? Let me skim through this real quick. Hey and bye from BDIY. Let's see. Joseph says, yeah, Waylon, only immigrants who don't have family ties are homeless here. Yeah, that's a problem too. Waylon says, well, I guess it depends on the situation and how the family is. All families are different. Waylon says, if I was homeless, I would so not be in a city around other crazy junkies. I would be in the woods where I belong, drinking water from a spring and eating rabbit with squirrel. Yeah. One thing that he did was he went to the big city and got into a homeless shelter. I don't know where he is exactly now. I don't know if he's still in that shelter. You got to follow rules when you're in a shelter, and I think he might have had a problem with that. I'm not sure. I remember back in the U.S., he called me up, man. It was wild. One day he called me, and anyway, that's been a while. The homelessness. Let's see, hold on a second. Homelessness, and you were talking about drug addiction plays a big role on the homelessness part. I think a lot of the homeless people do drugs. I think that probably a lot of people that do drugs become homeless. Yeah. I would see both of those sides, on both sides. And I'm also going to say that a lot of people that do drugs have a mental illness. And I'm not going to say all, I'm not going to say half. I don't know what the percentage is. I don't know how many. I have no idea. But, yeah. And sometimes people are just homeless because they're poor. Sometimes that's true as well. Sometimes people are homeless because of some kind of addiction, which they say addictions is a mental health issue too. Like even alcohol. But anyway, that's just a technical thing. That's not my belief, but that's a technical thing. As far as what I believe, I don't agree with that. I think if you are doing drugs and you're not mentally ill from other reasons, then basically you're just irresponsible. Joseph says, yeah, me too, but I'm a desert. I will die of thirst. Yeah, you know what I would do? I'd probably either go to the mountains or probably go to the beach. I'd probably go to the beach and just hang out at the beach. I met a homeless guy at the beach, and he had a good life, dude. This homeless dude, I don't think he had a mental illness. I think he was just an alcoholic. Matter of fact, he talked to me about it. He said he got depressed as far as a relationship that didn't work out, and he got on alcohol. And he told me, he says, "Hey man, I'm straight up alcoholic, and I'm out here homeless at the beach." And it was pretty good because he had a lot of nice people in that beach town that would give him a place to stay, food, and some work to do and stuff like that. So he had it pretty good. He didn't really ask me for anything. He had a lot of people just helping him out that volunteered to help him out. So he had it pretty good. So that's probably what I would do. Go to the beach and just hang out. At a good beach, not just any beach, you know. Yeah. Let's see. Waylon says, "I'm afraid of the fact of being homeless one day." I'm not going to say I'm afraid, but hey, dude, it wouldn't surprise me. For me, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. Let's see. "It actually scares me. I have an addiction personality, and if someone has something that will make me feel better, do it in a heartbeat, especially if they've told me they've done it before. I guess the irresponsible." Irresponsible. Pickle says, "Usually there isn't a lot of homeless people here because they're, where are you at, Pickle? Because there are many groups that donate to the homeless and give them food and water." Journeys in Behold says, "In California, they used to kick you off the beach at night, but not anymore, I think." Yeah, this was over North Carolina. There's not many homeless out there. So I guess that's one way he could get away with it. But he's really I've only seen 2 people that were homeless out there. So California, I think, is pretty bad. I mean, I've seen a lot of homeless people in California and New York City. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. In California, they used to kick off people at the beach, but not anymore, I think. Yeah, I don't know what they do. Algeria. Okay. Algeria. Well, that's pretty nice that they donate to the homeless and they give them food and water in Algeria. Waylon says in Florida they kick you off the beach at night unless you have a hotel. Yeah, I think there's a lot of homeless in Florida as well. I've been down there. Let's see. I wouldn't want to be on the beach personally. The bugs on the beach are awful when the sun goes down. Sand gnats and ankles gone. Yeah, I just like the weather. You know, it depends on where you're at, right? If you're at the beach at the bottom of Florida, it's probably hot as crap, and probably more like what you're talking about. If you're, like, say, at Virginia Beach, it's probably going to be a lot different as far as temperature. But in Virginia Beach, I think they're pretty strict. They probably wouldn't let you out there either. Let's see. Joseph says, "Nobody do drugs in my family, and there is me who is like Waylon. Someone proposed me to smoke and chew what I did." Journey says, "They all came to California because the weather is warmer for the homeless." Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Depends on what beach you're at. Depends on what mountains you're at. You know, I wouldn't want to be in freaking mountains in Canada, but mountains of Tennessee, I think, would be not too bad. Like Chattanooga, maybe. I don't know. It's a religion thing. It's a religion thing as far as taking care of people. Yeah, I think that's you know, when you say it's a religion thing, I've seen the Mormons the Mormon people take care of each other and help each other and that kind of thing. And I've seen the Muslim religion do that as well. I've seen the like Amish and stuff like that, but I haven't seen much of it in the Christianity. And I hate to say that, but I don't see people in a Christian church, at least, my experience, um, trying to help take care of their fellow people in that church and say, hey, you can stay at my home, or we give you a bunch of money or stuff like that. I have seen the Christians go over to other countries to do things, but I haven't seen what I just said. LA is crazy, but cities under, and this is a very, very deep conversations we're having today, bro. We're usually, I tell you, my lives are all over the place, from freaking games to crazy stuff to deep conversations. It's all over the place. To sometimes all about Philippines, everything. Let's see. LA is crazy. Tent cities under every freeway overpass. Yeah. I'm not like racing to be in California, I can tell you that. I have no desire to be in California. I think it's a beautiful state, but I think it's just been destroyed is the problem. Let's see, try to figure out where I'm at. Pickle, I'm going to go ahead and read this because you're about to leave because I don't have any breakfast. I'll come back later. All right, take care. Later, I might be asleep later, but I'll see you sometime soon, Pickle. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for sharing with us about your country and everything. I really appreciate that. Now, let me go back to where I was. This is Waylon, drugs are an awful problem in Chattanooga. Chattanooga is going downhill actually right now. Also, most missing people in the country are in the Smokies. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I was just thinking about weather-wise. As far as weather-wise, if I'm going to be in the mountains, I don't want to be in a cold area. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me about Chattanooga. I went to freaking, what was it? It was Jonestown, I think it was. Kingsport, Johnson City, Kingsport, over in that area. I had thought about moving to that area in Tennessee. It's in the mountains. I went over there to hang out a while, to, spend time with people and just see how it was. It was sort of depressing, bro. I felt like people were not happy, and it felt depressing. And I think a lot of it had to do with the economy and maybe people didn't have jobs or something. I don't know what it was, but it just felt so depressing. You didn't see kids running around and having a good time, and you didn't see people smiling and stuff like that, man. I was disappointed because I'd never been there before. I figured I'd go check it out. Actually, I think it was Kingsport, Tennessee I was at. Let's see. I chew a leaf called cat, the same family as Amphiminitium. I can't even say it. But anyway, I know what you're talking about. Oh, you do the original myth. The original myth. Pickle says, I'm going to... Oh, yeah, I already read him. Journeys in Behold says, don't see many Asians homeless, though. Exactly. And you know, once again, what Journey's talking about is they don't have the drug problem, right? But you know, yes and no, yes and no. I do see quite a bit of homeless Asians now that I think about it. You definitely don't see as many as in the U.S. And when I talk about the ones that are homeless in the Philippines here, I didn't see it a lot in Korea. Didn't see it a lot in Japan. Well, I can't say about Japan. I'm just talking about videos I watch, so I can't talk about Japan. As far as living in Korea and Philippines, okay, you do see it. You do see it in Philippines, not as bad as U.S. And why? In the Philippines, I'd say poverty and alcohol and mental illness. Yeah. And Korea, it's been a long time since I've been there, so I can't really talk much about it. And I really didn't go a lot of places in Korea. But yeah, it's worse in the U.S. There's more drugs in the U.S., true. There's more mental illness in the U.S., in my opinion, as well. There's more family separation in the U.S. There's so many freaking issues going on in the U.S. Let's see. Joseph says, "Yeah, bro, I'm focused. I don't eat for a day." Waylon says, "I went to LA for a day, and that's all I needed to see." I felt like that when I went to Detroit, man. I went to Detroit I was only there for like 2 hours, and I was like, I gotta get the crap out of this place, man. Drive right back to Vegas, and I haven't thought twice about going back. I didn't go to LA, but I went to San Francisco. Um, what are you doing? Same with New York City. Yeah, New York City, I've been there twice. Yeah. No, I've been there more than twice. Let's see. Waylon says Smokies get cold though. I think it was the 40s tonight. They get ice and snow. Yes, my sister hasn't talked to my mom in 2 years. Wow. Why not, man? What's going on there? If you know, if you want to talk about it, it's up to you. Let's see. Ted says, I've seen some in Thailand too. Probably same issues as the Philippines. Yeah, probably because, you know, they're very similar as far as the economy and, you know, I don't know about lifestyle. Probably sort of similar on lifestyle too, I would assume. But I haven't been to Thailand. Who is your God? Who's my God? Why does it matter? Will you not respect me if I have a different God than you? Why does that matter? Um, the person that came in here didn't say hello, didn't say anything except, where's your God? Didn't, you know, that's my question back. Will you respect me if my God is different than your God? And who's your God? Okay. Waylon says, yo, we can talk about it. Well, my nephew had some. Oh my. I get tired of that, man. You know, it's always the super religious people that come in and say, who's your God? You know, do you believe in Islam? Are you Christian? You know, I mean, and they don't say hello. It's like, what are they doing? I mean, why do they do that? You know, I think it's trying to like, I don't know what they're doing, bro. I just don't know. But anyway, there's no kind of friendship involved. It's just, who's your God, you know? Waylon says, there is one and one only God is Allah. Okay, well, great. I respect your belief, bro. Respect mine too. Respect everybody's belief. Respect everybody in here's belief, you know? Waylon says, yeah, we could talk about it. Well, my nephew had some breathing problems when he was born, and my sister was treating him in the morning. Well, my mom called her and heard him coughing. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see. So she ends up going to my sister's house to make sure everything was fine. And my sister told her everything was fine. But my mom insisted it wasn't because she's a nurse. Well, my brother-in-law got involved. Dude, it's becoming a book. Oh my, Mike and Vita says, oh my, they are just trolls. Okay, yeah, apparently you're right, bro. My brother-in-law and my mom get in a fight, and the cops got called, and my mom called my sister a crappy mom with an S word, and they went to court and got a citation on her, and my mom couldn't be 500 feet from near her. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy and sad. Ted from Journeys says, I think they are jealous of your lavender walls. Well, it's not my home, so it's not really my walls, but it's crazy, ain't it? These walls. Apparently, this was a girl's room before we came in here. She's like in another country. It's part of girlfriend's family. Yeah, I've never been in a room with lavender walls. This is the first time. I feel like I'm hanging out with Barney all day. Let's see. The jealous of my lavender walls. So yeah, to say the least, Thanksgiving and Christmas aren't the same. Yeah. Sorry to hear about that, Waylon. All right. So, been in here about over 3 hours now. Also, my sister wasn't at the hospital when my son was born because my mom was there. It's all good. I just like talking. Well, that's good. It's good you were able to, discuss it. And it's wild, bro. All right. Anyway, anybody, I know I got some people in here might want to hook up. Let's see, Journeys in Behold, Mike and Venus. I don't know if y'all have hooked up before, but feel free to. All right, take care, everybody. Good night. Yeah, I'll get off here. It's been a long, long time. All right, take care, y'all. Take care, take care, take care. Good seeing everybody. And enjoyed the deep, crazy conversation. I'm glad we didn't get into fights about stuff because we do have differences. There's some differences that people have, and it's good that everybody respected everybody. And that's awesome. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate that. Have a good night. And Waylon, you asked, so I had to explain making everyone depressed. Joseph says bye. Yep. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. Take care. What time is it? Dude, I thought it was past 10 o'clock. It's not even past 10 o'clock. Anyway, see ya. 3, 2, 1. See ya.